Okay, welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time we did another nation from this Chinese folklore Lao Zhai thing. I don't even remember, to be honest. I guess it was a pretty forgettable one. It was this one. Right, yeah, we had the Sword Maidens, we had the Jade Guardians, the big Bull Bloods. Yeah, I mean, it was, fine. I think we ranked it sort of fine, right? Probably. I don't know. For some reason, I'm kind of blanking on it. It hasn't even been that long. But let's roll up another one, shall we? There's plenty more. 104. That is EA Antikythera. We've done that. 3. EA Archiscephaly. Pretty sure we've done that. 350. Mayohiga. Yep. That one keeps coming up for some reason. 231. LA Dalriada Discovery of Witchcraft. Done it. 70. Vanarus, Land of the Chuds. I don't know if we've done it, actually. No, I don't think we've done it, right? No, I mean, I've played it multiple times. I mean, we could do it, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, like if I want just a quick, easy game, which is usually what we do here, then it's just like you take the Oathbound. They're already like pretty absurd heavy infantry with glamour, with a full working man bless. These things are like some of the best sacreds you can get. And it's gonna be pretty easy. Should we just do that? Should we just see how cracked we can make these things with like god tier working man bless? All right, I'm sort of on board with that idea. Let's disable this. For some reason, I now have a local copy of Dominions Enhanced. For some reason. Oh. Right, because I deleted all the Pretender changes. That's right. And we don't need that anymore. No improved casting. Yes, gem gen. No. Yes, okay. Create world. Should we just do a 1v1 and stomp the AI? What was that one map that I did like once? That was really, really big, and then we never did it again. It seems like I have unsubscribed from that map. I must have, yeah, there was a time where I like unsubscribed to everything and resubscribed, and I think some stuff got lost in the shuffle. It was a very big map. Here's a map based on the Wheel of Time. 424 land. Hmm. Yeah, I'm wary of any maps directly based on, like, some other map that someone made for a different medium. What the hell was it? I mean, we're not gonna play it now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Someone just like remove it from Steam or something? I don't know. Um, Nothing jumps out at me here. Just looking over all the maps, so I'm not sure. But all right, we're just gonna do 1v1. We're gonna see how crazy we can do this. This is 236. Nope. All right, MA. Blah blah blah. Our usual settings. And we're playing as Vanarus, random land nation. Okay, so let's go over Vanarus. So it's a combination of Roos from EA and Vanheim. So we have humans, Chuds, and Vanir. All Vanarusian people have partial cold resistance and prefer cold scale +2. We get human medium infantry, Chud herdmen, and skin shifters, and sacred Van infantry. Our magic is air. A lot of air. Some skills in all other paths except astral, and we get summonable beings of Roos. Medium priests, but expensive and few. We can perform blood sacrifice. Cold limit +1, standard forts. 75 leadership, 100 leadership, and sacred. Holy 1. 100 leadership, holy 1. Venusian Sage. Basic mage gets 1 air, and then fire, air, earth, nature, and death, glamour, blood. So, pretty much a big jumble of shit, but they'll always have at least 1 air. 15 research, though, for 190 gold is very strong, with adept researcher +4. So, yeah, 15. Big research. With storm power active from a higher level air mage, you know, they will all have guaranteed 2 air. So, yeah, there's that. Vanabog, cap only, 150 leadership. 2 air, 1 death, 1 glamour, 1 blood, 2 holy. And then fire, air, death, glamour, blood, 10% for another one. They are 2 recruitment points, but 520 gold. So very pricey. You do get 17 research out of them, which is pretty great. And they're level 2 priests, which is pretty great. They also make for some pretty good thugs. They, you know, they all have access to Cloud Trapeze, Personal Mist Form, and they can bless themselves. Depending on what else you get here. You know, there's plenty of potential for other stuff. Like if you get fire, you get access to Shroud of Splendor, which gives you awe. The Fey Horse is also sacred, glamoured. 22 hit points, 12 protection, 20 defense. Yeah, they're pretty solid light thugs. Vidma, non-fort forests. 1 water, 1 earth, 1 nature, and then fire, air, water, nature. They do have an inept researcher too. But considering you just plop down a lab on a forest, they're a pretty good price for the research, decent mages, so on and so forth. Yeah, yeah. They have good paths for thugging, but they just don't have the stats to do it. Vidun, non-fort forests, 1 fire, 1 air, 1 earth, 1 nature, fire, air, water, nature. 13 research for just a little bit more money. They don't get the water guaranteed, but yeah, it's a fine mix of shit. Units, we got archers, range 35, 12 precision, 12 pierce, 6 protection. It's actually 8 on the body, so it's not bad. Not a bad archer. Huskarls get javelin spears. They get shields, 10 protection on the body, 12 defense, 10 hit points. It's a fine light infantry. Or you can get it with an axe instead of a spear, but you still maintain the javelin, which is kind of nice. You just lose the defense, which is significant. But you gain 5 damage. Hard to say. Herdmen. They get 12 protection on the body, 13 defense with the shield. They have a javelin and spear with 11 attack. Slightly better. You have the herdman with the axe and javelin. Again, you lose that point of defense, though. And there's also one with a broadsword, which is potentially the best of the mix. 12 protection, 14 defense with the shield. You still get the javelin, and 12 attack, 16 damage broadsword. It's probably your best bet. Berserkers. Ditch the shield. Still 12 protection, 9 defense with Berserker plus 2. So you're probably looking at 13 or 14 protection on the body. 12 hit points. With Berserker active, they'll have 13 attack, 20 damage broadsword, and 12 attack, 22 damage axe. So they will blend shit pretty well. If you can get, like, Army of Mist up, I would say probably just having, you know, hundreds of these will just kind of kill everything. Because with Army of Mist, you know, Berserk will trigger off of, like, 1 damage. Because in Mist form, they'll take 1 damage from whatever hit they take, and then they're Berserked. And, yeah, they will blend. Chud Herdman. 17 hit points, 16 protection, 10 defense, no shield, 12 MR, 13 morale, Berserker plus 2. So 17 or 18 protection-ish. 13 attack, so that'd be 15, 21 damage, 14 attack, 23 damage with Berserk. Yeah, they are, however, quite pricey. Over double the gold cost, 7 more recruitment points, and 4 more resources. But the extra protection, if you don't have Army of Mist, is pretty significant. So, yeah, it depends on your scales, I suppose. Chud Skin Shifter, cap only. Not sacred, though. Only 5 resources, so if you want to, you know, you need to throw some stuff in. 18 hit points, 9 protection on the body, 10 defense, 13 MR, 13 morale. They have Berserker plus 1 only, which isn't very significant. But they have built-in recuperation. A length 2 battle axe, 12 attack, 26 slashing damage is pretty nasty. But the real big thing is that when they go down to 0, they become bears. Which is pretty good. But that doesn't mean they're frontline. EA Roos gets these as sacreds, which is very big. But without being sacred, it's tricky. They just don't have the protection to really withstand much. If you can get them on a flank, you know, and they can avoid a lot of the pain, then yes, they can shred through quite a bit of stuff. But at 33 recruitment points, it's going to be tricky to have too many of these and have, like, a stable army. But if you wanted to go for, like, Huskarls or something, and then have Skin Shifters do most of the killing, it's possibly viable. And then Oathbound, as mentioned, 14 hit points, 15 protection, 16 defense with a parry 4 shield, 14 MR, 13 morale, 10 speed, cold resist 5, stealth 65, glamour, and then a length 1, 14 attack, 18 slashing damage broadsword. Yeah, they're pretty damn strong. The stats are already pretty good, but then throwing glamour on there is just delicious, delicious icing. Also, 14 attack, 18 damage on broadsword. Very nice for a sacred to start off with. Yeah, we'll make these things pretty ridiculous. Okay. For summons, we get Great Bears, which aren't super good. Dire Bears, which are quite a bit better. 75 hit points, size 7, 15 protection, with Berserker plus 3, so 18 protection. And they have Blunt Resist, which is nice. 23 damage claw, 23 damage claw, 25 damage bite. So with Berserker, that's 15 attack on all those, 26 damage. I mean, these things are pretty damn strong. We also get access to Zmaze from Roos. So these are 45 hit point, 8 size, 13 protection, with 3 18 damage bites, and a Drake Fire, range 6, armor piercing, 14 damage in a beam. So if you can get enough Zmaze, they're quite strong. The rest are kind of iffy. Zamargles and Firebirds. Draugs are pretty good, but we're going to be kind of covered on infantry. And then a whole bunch of different commander options. So on and so forth. As far as spells, pretty much the Roos lineup here. So summoning Zmaze, you get 1 for 5 fire gems. So you really need Dragon Mastery to get more out of this. We do get access to some pretenders, I believe, that have it innately, but then there's some helmets that you can get. I think there's even a spell to give you it. So, Sloth of Dire Bears, 3 nature, 10 nature gems. You get 5 plus 1. So if you have a big nature pretender, this is a very strong ritual summon. Yep. Alteration. Not much. Evocation. We start with Thunder Shock, 2 air, range 2, AoE 6, 9 plus armor negating shock damage. So yeah, your caster would need to have a very strong amount of shock resist on them. And you'll notice that our Vanabogs have none. So they would definitely need a ring, which they can all make, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And that would give them 15. But if they take any amount from that, it busts Mist Form. So it's kind of a risky spell to even have in the rotation. Or really just to have, like, in the off-script stuff. Just the fact that this exists and you automatically have it could be bad, but I don't know. Construction. But obviously there's a very strong argument for taking shock resist on your sacreds as part of your bless, considering how much air magic you're going to have access to. Enchantments. Hidden Barrows. 60 death gems gives you 25 plus 2 Draugs and a Draugadro and a Draug Hearse. You got death gems burning a hole in your pocket. Thaumaturgy, blood magic, battle rage, 4 blood, 1 holy. Affects your entire army with Berserk, plus 4 strength, fully heal. And then you have a... So it's an MR check for that to occur. And then 1 in 20 men will just die, which always makes it a bit iffy for me to cast. Alright, that's it. As far as a pretender that goes, then, we're mostly looking at either Rainbow Mage, or we can take the Idol of the Sun, which gives us Awe 3 for free on our Bless, which is quite potent. It also allows us to start at Dominion 4, which is pretty good. Whereas the Rainbow Mage, I don't think there's going to be anything that... This gives us poison resist. This would be if we want to do Drake summoning. This May summoning. Nothing's going to really affect our Bless too much. Yeah. So, it's not the most interesting of options, because I feel like we take this off because it's such a powerful effect. Getting free awe 3 on your bless. How can you complain? And there just isn't much that affects your bless. The Idol of Thunder would give us free 10 shock resist, but you can't compare that to free awe. It does other stuff. This autocast storm in battle, okay. It starts you with a Dwarven Hammer and Staff of Storms, okay. It can summon a size 6 Elemental every turn. Rarely will do it automatically. Better chance in Strong Dominion, but you can have it do as a command. And there's a 1% per candle chance of getting another Staff of Storms. This thing, the paths start 1 higher when choosing blessings, but new magic paths cost 80. It's pretty pricey. Yeah, so it's not the most interesting, but if we're just trying to make the most ridiculous sacreds, then this is a very strong choice. That one is when it awakens, though, so we don't want to go too crazy. We want at least 8 Dominion. We need a good selection of magic. Of course, we want blood. And I could maybe do without defense, specifically because we're going to have awe. So maybe I'd rather instead have... Let me just look real quick. Probably like something to boost protection, although it's not entirely necessary with awe 3. Bark Skin would be Nature 5, Stygian Flesh, Death 5. But I can also grab Berserker. I think we're definitely taking a bit of a Hell Bless here, right? Kind of have to. Something like that. So I think we are going to go Nature 5. And, oh, I don't know, maybe then just something like that. Okay, Blood Surge, Bark Skin, Solar Weapon, Attack, Attack, Attack. Not much of a Hell Bless, is it? Tough with a Dominion 4 thing. And going dormant. But we want Awe, we want Bark Skin. They're going to be really hard to kill, and they're going to be doing a lot of killing. And we're going to get 8 per turn, theoretically. It's a tough balance. Like, will I be able to actually make 8 per turn? I think so. It's not that crazy of a request. So I think this is a reasonable balance between the two. With Blood Surge, they'll have +6 attack, so 20 attack. They'll have like 21 damage or so with Solar Weapons, which isn't great, but Solar Weapons covers us for the fringe stuff of like undead, ethereal. It's especially good if we have ethereal undead enemies, because it does triple then. So yeah, that's mainly why we want it. All right, yeah, we're gonna go with that. It's not the most ridiculous setup we could take, I think, but yeah, getting Awe 3 alone is pretty nice. Yeah, we'll get 8, no problem. For mages, we're going to end up making a lot of Vanabogs, but for now, we're just going to stick with sages. For research, it's a good question. Yeah, it is a good question. Army of Mist, that would have been maybe a contender for why I should have gone with a Rainbow Mage. Because our idol won't really be able to help with that. But he could make winged helmets. Vanabogs, 20% of them will have air 3. So we need to cast Storm and then summon Storm Power. That will get that specific one up to air 4. So the one that has air 3 can use Storm in a bottle to make cast Storm. Summon Storm Power. To get Army of Mist, we need air 6 and 3 air gems. Which means you need to have a base of air 4, summon Storm Power to 5, and then spend 4 gems to cast Army of Mist. Which is tricky to do. Yeah, Army of Mist is tricky. Alternatively, we just have Fog Warriors, which anyone with air 4 can cast, so then all we have to have is air 3, summon Storm Power, or air 3 plus Storm in a Jar, and you skip. Well, no, I mean, so if you have air 2, summon Storm Power up to air 3, and then Storm in a Jar lets you cast Fog Warriors once, which is probably good enough for most of us. Then all we need is air 2, which every Vanabog will have. So, yeah. So we need Construction 5, Alteration 7, Conjuration 3. 4? 3? 4? 2? 2. Okay. Let's go Alteration 4 to start, Construction 5. We'll get there. Alright, our opponent is Calum. Annoying. I don't like that they fly over our shit, but not the worst. They usually don't have... Oh, I forgot to give our guys shock resist, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, he's not going to have any... Oh, he does have shock resist on his Storm Guard specifically. That's negligible. Okay, right. Taking a bit of risk here on this setup specifically by not having a an awake expander. But awe is very big on our army of infantry. Yeah, I know, we lost all our Oathbounds. I'm aware. I think they might be a little faster. No, they're the same speed. I don't know. They just died. No, I want to secure that. Yeah, I don't have enough income to switch to Vanabogs just yet, but soon. There we go, there's our 8. No problem. What an idiot. Kale Pogue, the noble giant. Look at this guy. 45 hit points, size 6. He's got no natural protection. 15 MR, 17 morale. He's sacred, cold resist 5, berserker +2, sailing, inspirational +1, resource bonus 50, reduce unrest 5, gold maker 25. And he's got a cursed blade, length 4, 15 attack, 31 armor piercing magic damage with a leg chop, AoE 1. Can't be removed. Well, I mean, yeah, he is a pretty capable thug, if we wanted to go that route. He also has resource bonus 50. Because I'm thinking of just making archers to go along with our sacreds. I think it'll be a good mix. So for now, I'm just going to have you wait here. You, my fine friend, are going to build a palisade. We are going to try to make friends with Calum to give us an extra few turns. Calum accepted right away. Look at that. Okay. So let's have this gentleman handle all the infantry. You can handle all the archers. Okay. And our god has arrived. So now we have Awe and Bark Skin. So, the full stats. We are fire susceptible, but that doesn't really matter. We have 19 protection on our body, 14 hit points, 18 defense with 1 XP, so 17 defense normally, 14 MR, 19 morale. It's pretty high. Glamour, blah, 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 solar weapons, 21 attack, 21 damage. Pretty solid troops. Yeah, that's pretty good. I imagine we're doing better than him. No, we're actually tied. Okay. He's doing fine. Yeah, do want to start building temples, but I also want to start making Vanabogs. It's gonna set me back, man. And it cuts out one. And the upkeep's gonna get more ridiculous. Alright, we got our message from Calum, so 3 turns. And that's the real thing, like, he can fly anywhere, so he can, Can theoretically hit us any spot. But he usually does not have an army entirely consisting of flying units. So it's not generally a problem. Shit. Yeah, my money's gonna hemorrhage here. Since we took a bit of a hell bless. Mana blocks are too expensive, and I'd also really like to get temples going. So it's an issue. Let me just build up funds for right now. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Always a tricky situation with this map and stuff. It's late summer, so if I go up there, I am kind of boned. I'm not going to. Alright, after construction 5, and up to alteration 7. Right, so we are at war. Hard to say his situation of what he could hit or not hit. Do think we probably want on these frontline spots. Some PD. See, that froze now, so he could hit that. Money's tight. Money is way too tight. Didn't hit me. But he could. If I go there, he'll know I'm going there. He'll hit me. But I think we want to start causing some trouble, you know? We also got to keep our Dominion up. Slightly ahead of him. Perhaps because we have our deity and he doesn't. That could be true. Alright, he hit Nace. No, we hit Nace. He did not rush to defend it, so that's good. And then demons manifested in llama, so we lost llama. Not too pleased about that. He's got a big old army there. If we squash that now, we could be in a very good position, but if he catches one or the other out of position, then we're not so good. Well, we did hit Dubros, and then he hit 2 of our spots. We lost 22 archers there, but all in all, not bad. Not a single sacred. Archers are pretty easily replenished. Okay. Then he hit Nace, which I just put a bunch of PD on. Yeah, certainly the mammoths are the big problem. Killed too many. Yeah, damn. I think we paid a little bit more for that fight than he did. I also hit Liss with a mercenary band. Yeah, obviously. That complicates things a lot more. Also, unrest plus 25. Moderately damaged in Dubros. If I can focus his attention there. He has to go through the Spine Devils if he wants to win. So we'll let him rummage around there. Yeah, I mean, he's got a castle here, so if we can take that, that's pretty good. Tempted to send this guy along with reinforcements or to pivot. Grab something. Yeah, okay. He hit me in Dubros with pretty much everything he's got, including this thing. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is our sacreds are really hard to crack. Really hard. But we lost our prophet. We lost the Vanabog. And pretty much all our archers. So now all we have is the Noble Giant and the Sacreds, and he can't bless them. So that was actually pretty significant. And now we can't take Dubros. And sort of suicidal to hold here. Well, I'll do something stupid and just keep rampaging through his area, destroying his temples. He has a much larger army than I do, yes, but he doesn't have the quality that I have. Theoretically. It would help if our pretender could teleport, do some shit, but we're a long ways off from that, and we're having just perpetual money issues. Right, so now our sacreds without awe are not nearly as good. They're really struggling to beat those, his sacreds, the temple guards. We lost 35 on that little maneuver. That was not smart. And our boy here got crippled and limp. I was gonna make him the prophet, but now I'm not so sure about that. I can put PD here, but it's sort of a waste. He's got way too many mammoths, man. It's a problem. We really need mage support for that, I suppose. Oh god, this is a bloodbath. Yeah, we lost the big guy. This is falling apart fast. Falling apart real fast. My research isn't very good. We've had perpetual money problems the entire game. I think Vanarus, not a great hell-blessed nation, perhaps. Well, part of the problem was just like my positioning. He's got mammoths, just kind of can shred a lot of stuff, and then he's got his entire, flying pack that can land on my hundreds of archers and just HP row me. Yeah. Don't have, we don't have enough thugs. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough. Problem is my sacreds aren't unstoppable, and it's especially bad because I don't have divine blessing for him. Now he moved here, which is what I thought he might do. The mammoth riders are pretty much unstoppable for PD. So that's all just a massive waste of money that I keep throwing out there. And his mammoths now are going to just keep going and keep going and keep going. Yeah, there's really no stopping this. I can put money down, but he can go to any of these three. So you're looking at like 21 PD on all three of these, which is basically a waste of money. It's also probably crushing our Dominion numbers. It's not too bad. We lost Ebis. So there's that. That's another fun complication. We can get another one of these guys thrown out there, and we can get a profit, which is pretty good. I just can't afford, like, anything. And truth be told, I don't know if my Pretender airdropping is going to be even that good. Okay, the Oathbound are holding alongside PD. Okay. I think we have to abandon Nace for now to clear Epernia. Just nothing for it, you know? We're gonna get Thaumaturge, so we're gonna get Teleport after this. Had I gone Death, I would have Soul Vortex, which would be pretty damn nice in exchange for fucking nothing that I have with Nature. Yeah, so he hit Nace as soon as I left, of course. No surprise there. And then we clapped back at Epernia. Aw, doing a lot of heavy lifting for us. Yeah, I mean, if we can get ratios like that consistently, it's all good. It's just gonna... Can I do that? Yeah, I mean, I can teleport him, but I don't know, man. It's pretty iffy. He dies, we're kind of up shit creek for a bit because we'll lose awe. He does have Body of Flames, so it's Fire Shield plus Body Ethereal. It's a nice combo. He can spam Immolation, which is fine. But yeah, he's got nothing to heal him. So you just gotta survive based on that. He also has no protection buff. So he's got 23 protection and Body Ethereal / Pierce Resist and Awe 6. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I think he can do some stuff. Oh yeah, so Body of Flames for sure, and beyond that, it's hard to say, you know? Not many buffs that are really gonna help out a whole lot. Yeah, I don't know. Just cast spells, see what you do. Okay. It's fine-ish, I suppose. But then he hit Deroshin with something. Not much. Yeah, it's not much. He only has 15 fire resist, really? Okay. And then he hit a Pernia, which is the real problematic thing. He lost 124, I lost 3. That's pretty fucking good. Again, if we can just keep that ratio up. Aw, doing a lot of heavy lifting. Good. We can fight back. We can win. We can do it. We just need more money. Alright, he attacked Dershid, and, yeah, he's just sitting in the back animating trees. I wonder if Archers is just not... I think Archers might not be the call here. Against most nations, yes, but this Flyer Nation, they're just easy pickings. I'm throwing away money by having them. Alright, we're gonna have you move and patrol. I'm going to just get enough money here to build a lab. We got Ilmarine the Sky Smith, Master Smith 1, Forge bonus 2, with Fire 2, Air 2, Earth 2, Holy 1. Pretty good. Comes with a Golden Bride every battle. Yeah, okay. He's not bad, you know? Not bad. Okay, we can teleport again. We could teleport on to Dubros. We can teleport here. We have to really question, though, how much he can accomplish. Is he better off just sitting on Dershid for now to protect? Maybe. See, I'm really tempted here to just ditch the archers, or alternatively, we have just like this, like a line covering them. I think that might be better. So that maybe things don't quite just land on the archers. Maybe they hit the Oathbound in the back. I'm gonna wait there. Yeah, I think we're gonna wait here for a moment. Alright, he hit a Pernia. Got mammoths. This is mainly why I want the archers. Just shoot at the big things. Pepper them a little bit. Alright, so they did land on the Oathbound in the back. We still lost 22 archers. Not great. He lost 89 units, though, so we'll take it. Gotta keep building temples. We can't be on the defense forever, of course, but remember, magic helps me disproportionately more than it helps him. Yeah, okay. Why does this spot not have snow on it? There must be some site there, or I don't know. Yeah, anything we hold. I think we need another Vanabog to bury units in. Yeah, I mean, he's going to keep hitting it. I know. Okay, pretty good. And Dersh it again. Again, nothing we can't handle. Although he is taking damage from something there. Fatigue damage. Oh, freeze. Blizzard warriors. Crossbow with 10 armor negating freeze. Oh, okay. Yes, we should get you cold resist. That's a very good point. We do not have a single guy with water. We didn't give you water, so water is off the table. So yeah, we can't do much about that. 'Cause any air stuff is going to give shock resist, not cold resist. And you can only have miscellaneous. Damn, damn. I could give him the Cymbeline, though. Reinvigoration 5 is pretty great. And the Amulet of Resilience. We can have him do quite a bit of resilience. Probably the best bet. We're not going to be able to get him cold resist. But we can have him script to cast resist cold for 5. And elemental fortitude for another 5. Not a bad time to move, though. His army size is never really going to shrink. Like, it's pretty much just going to continue to stay steady or go up. So we sort of have to make some maneuvers on him. We picked up weakened. Really negligible, though. That's fine. Yeah, he has no affliction resistance or anything, but if we get him back to the capital, he can get recuperation. Or I think if you have a priest breach on his spot, which might be worth doing at some point. Oh, you can get water if we wanted to go that route, but I like our plan. Cymbeline and the Amulet of Resilience. Big reinvigoration. Right. So we could hold here for a moment if we wanted to benefit from PD. Or we can move on Dubros and try and start taking it. Which is probably better. An arena battle. Spells? No, no spells. I had that guy that would have been decent, I suppose, but I don't think the Skysmith can really handle it. I could send Krugner, I suppose. Bit costly if he fails. But alright, we'll send Krugner. Maybe he won't compete. Walls are moderately damaged in Dubros. That's good and well. And I think then we could teleport. Yeah, I think we teleport here. And let you move here. Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough. But then he also hit there, which is good. Oh, he hit there with... Come on. Oh, he's probably moving a guy there to, like, build a fort. We fucked him over. Good. Fuck you. The High Seraph only sent, like, a serious mage in. That's what the AI does, baby. We got attacked in Dubros by a very significant force. This is a test. Oh, God. Okay. He lost 140. I lost 31 Sacreds, 29 Archers. Ouch. Those Ice Drakes got 16 kills, despite us having the 5 coal resist. Still. 0 armor negating damage. And 1 Fire Drake got 13 kills. Ouch. He did not fight in the arena, so we got a free win. Doing better on money now, so that's good. I could start making more Vanabogs. Because ideally, we get our Army of Mist or our Fog Warrior strat going. Grab Enchantment 3. Real quick. You're going to build a lab. You got the Champion's Medal with plus 50 leadership. That's nice. And Inspirational 1. You are a leader of men, but right now you're a builder of temples. The archers skedaddle instantly. That's why we're not making archers anymore. They're too much of a liability with these airdrops. I think we have to teleport onto one of these places. Because those forces combined might be a bit too much for us. So, this one has a lot of dispossessed spirits, which can be a problem for sure. If they paralyze us, but we have the fire shield and stuff, so it's not the end of the world. This one has also dispossessed spirits. A couple mammoth riders. This one also has griffins and a great eagle. We want less flying stuff. I don't think there's any avoiding flying stuff. I think it's sort of a... who knows? It's sort of a who knows. It's a crapshoot. So... I guess I'll go here. Thankfully, just doesn't have the magic damage to really cut through all that. Body Ethereal's... yeah, Body of Flame is a great spell. He then hit me again. Reinvigoration 10. Very nice. Basically just keeps spamming spells. And then he hit Dubros with the other setup. Yeah, good. Now they're repairing it faster than we can tear it down. What? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, you ended up here. Okay, well, we don't need that guy. Yeah, we'll throw PD in, of course. And you can build a lab. We're slowly winning. Shit. That's not good. The Aranyas attacking my Vanabog specifically means that we probably are losing this war, because I don't know if they'll win. This is what we're up against. 50 hit points, 17 protection, 17 defense, 18 MR, Fear 15, Ethereal, Poison Cloud 10, Cause and Rest 10, Unsurroundable 1, 21 attack, Length 3 Serpent, Armor Piercing with Death Poison, Scourge of Vengeance 19 attack, 21 damage twice with Decay, and Snake Hair 15 attack, 13, 5 attacks with Weak Poison. They are very nasty. He got off a very, very strong enchantment. In a 1v1, this is absurdly good. Possibly one of the worst enchantments he could have gotten. And we don't have Dispel. The only hope is that they hit my Pretender, 'cause he might be able to kill him. As it stands, though, yeah, it's not good. We lost our Prophet. So, our sacreds are now a lot worse. I could try besieging his capital, which puts a pretty big bee in his bonnet. But it's a Hail Mary play, as always. We really need Dispel, and I kind of need him to dispel stuff. And of course, I know where Dispel is. Yeah, enchantment 5. Okay. He likes Breath of the Dragon. That script's pretty high. Krugner was the victim of assassination attempts by an assassin, an ethereal assassin. He did. There's a battle in Utenshire, which I just vacated. His temple guards are pretty good. I'm curious on his bless. Okay. Aranya. Fucking dead. What? That quick? I took a point of damage from decay. That killed me? Okay. Rewatch that one. I have 13 hit points. Why do I have 13 hit points exactly? Dominion penalty minus 162. Oh, okay, that's fair. Because I'm on their capital. There's a lot of... They hit me for 9. I have chest wound 1 hit point. And then decay or whatever hits me for 1. Yeah. Alright, and then obviously this one. Yeah, so I think we lose. I gotta call it there then, because I have no commanders. Well, I have one commander who's about to die this turn. I have barely enough money to make another commander, which is just gonna die immediately to these Aaron Yays or whatever, however you pronounce it. It's one of those words you just Arenes, yeah. So their Arenes will just keep slaughtering every last commander I have because they will have no other targets, you know. So they're gonna kill it. They're gonna do that. I don't know what the spell is. That summoned, like what that enchantment is. Yeah, I mean, I think it's this one. Yeah, the kindly ones. So that's a level 8 conjuration spell that requires 6 fire, 4 nature, and 40 fire gems. This is the only time we have ever seen an AI use this spell. And they cast it on turn, like, 40. And it's in a 1v1. That's absurdly ridiculous. So we had a very strong chance here until that was cast. And then, yeah, we're fucked. So all our commanders going to die. I can't dispel it because I have to have my pretender out to dispel it. And I can't get my pretender back without summoning pretty much either Chud Jarls, a lot of them, or Vanarusian Goads, a lot of them, or Vanabogs, which I can't afford. So, yeah, we're fine. He's going to now tear through all my shit, and that was really the beginning of the end as soon as he cast that global. So that's that. Yeah, the 1v1s we're struggling with without having, like, an OP setup. It's just such a blitz, you know, and against the mighty AI, it's tough. When I first tried Mighty AI way back when it was like my, I don't know, 15th game or whatever, way back when I was like, yeah, I'm ready for Mighty AI. We did it on Lost Capital where it just kept on being kind of a 1v1 situation, and I just kept on getting crushed. I don't think much has changed. It's really tricky to win that. Pretender choice is big. I don't know if I would have been better with a Rainbow Mage, but I don't know if I foresee a situation where we do one of these 1v1s and I win without picking an Awake Expander and without picking or without picking like an OP nation, like a modded OP nation. That's the exception. But we had that nation the last time we did this, which I thought was kind of OP with the blasters, but we didn't have an Awake Expander. Or no, maybe we did and it was just kind of a shitty one. I don't remember. Yeah. What was his bless? Attack +1, defense +2, affliction resistance 3, combat speed +60, unaging weightlessness. It's not that good for him. But I think, like, I took Cold Scale and I'm against a Cold Scale nation. And so his Temple Guards have Ice Armor 2, which is nuts, as you can imagine. Because we're doing all these fights on his territory with, like, Cold Scale 3. So, he's got, like, 22 protection in some of these fights, or something like that, you know, on his Sacreds, who all have magical blades, and 13 morale, which is pretty good. So they have even higher morale. It's easier for them to crack open Awe. Storm Guards have Ice Armor 2. His Ice Clad have Ice Armor 2. These guys, Ice Armor 1. It's one of those things where in multiplayer games, you don't do random nations. You actually cannot. You cannot do random nations. I've tried it when I'm playing with Lego. I tried just doing random, but you can't. Only the AI can do that. You have to pick a nation. So everyone sees the nation everyone else has picked before you pick Pretender. And it's like, okay, well, it was always going to be a rough matchup, Vanarus versus Calum, because he benefits from the cold scale a lot more than I do. But yeah, we would have taken maybe a different setup, different Pretender, different, you know, it's hard to say. This is how we do it. We accept the consequences. We will win a 1v1 in the future, I'm sure, but yeah, having a big Pretender that can go around and stomp right at the start of the game is pretty crucial in these situations. Vanarus is a good nation. I still think the Oathbound are a pretty obscene sacred, but that alone does not win you a 1v1. Certainly will dominate pretty much any independent army. But yeah, in this case, they just kind of struggle. Well, we were gonna win. I mean, I think I was on a path to victory there, but him casting that global so far out of fucking left field that he even could. I don't know. I don't know what his pretender is. Like we'll never get to see it. But the fact that he could cast that, he had the research to cast that. I mean, his research is good. I mean, he sort of broke away from me halfway through the game and kept on going up, and I stopped recruiting researchers. But for him to get all the way to Conjuration 8th already, it's crazy. Like, he was hell-bent on getting that, knowing that that ends the game. And the real annoying thing is that if I were to cast it, I don't know if it would be as good, because he has like 1,000 commanders. But in a 1v1, yeah, maybe. But it's just like, it's such an investment for me to get that. And I have to have a pretender. Ironically, I had a pretender that could cast this. I've never cast it. We don't usually get into globals that much because we don't do the long game. But, oh well. I guess that's it for now. Vanarus is a good nation. But yeah, that was it's rough. Rough out here. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.